August 24th, 2020, Monday afternoon in Europe. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys, whatever you are. Piotr here is LightForex Global YouTube channel. We are 7 minutes ahead of the US cash open. Let's start with the risk warning. Please bear in mind trading on margin carry a high level of risk may not be suitable for investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all initial investment, so please do not invest the money you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Alright, guys. When it comes to the indices, when it comes to the Nasdaq, business as usual, new high is in. When it comes to the FX, US dollar trying to fight, but gave up the Friday gain, especially versus euro, especially versus Australian dollar. That's what we are going to discuss. Before we start to look at the charts, let's check what we have when it comes to the calendar. Well, empty for today. Tomorrow, the Germany final GDP quarter to quarter, as well as the German info business climate. Then US session, and we do have HPI. Then we do have S&P CS Composite 20, and then we do have consumer confidence as well as new home sales, regional manufacturing index. Wednesday, it's gonna be quiet a bit as well, just durable good orders out of the US as well as crude oil inventories. Then Thursday, guys, Friday gonna be big, not only because of what is gonna to be announcement when it comes to the data, but Jackson's Hole Symposium starts. First thing first, Thursday morning, Switzerland GDP quarter to quarter, as well as Europe M3 money supply. Then US preliminary GDP minus 32.5, that's the market expectations. Then unemployment claims. Then Jackson's Hole starts with the Powell speech. Then Friday, Tokyo Core CPI out of Japan. When it comes to the Germany JFK consumer climate, as well as German import prices. French consumer spending, French preliminary CPI, as well as French preliminary GDP. When it comes to the US session, Canadian GDP month to month, personal spending, personal income from US, as well as Chicago PMI and revised University of Michigan, second day of the Jackson's Hole Symposium. Well, the thing is that Jackson's Hole may not the change how the market will look like starts from the September, right? Then of course November, another or the biggest event of 2020 US election. Well, that's it when it comes to the calendar. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the charts. Okay, let's start with the euro dollar, trying to recover when it comes to the bulls Friday lower shadow. If we are going to treat that particular move as a pullback, some kind of the base rally, so we hit the demand zone and trying to bounce. That's one of the possible thing if you are a bull, right? We are trying to rally based on the weekly open holds for now. But on the other hand, when it comes to the euro dollar, it could be treated as a consolidation, as a failure when trying to break out, right? And huge pullback. So meaning that if we've seen the stops to the upside, probably 117, at least stops to the downside, definitely should be targeted, right? If not lower. So if the range got 200 plus minus 200 pips, then break through 117 may open even 115, 114.50. Of course, move back to the upside will reopen 121. So from the intraday perspective, when we are talking about the euro dollar, well, the Friday monster sell-off, right? Now we're trying to build a swing high around the US cash open. All right, that's probably something like 61 fib, but I would watch for the Friday price action during the Tokyo session and then rejection and move lower, right? So in that case, that's gonna be like 88, 78 of the fib. I don't know, your homework to check that one if you like the fib, right? But that's the zone I'm gonna to look for. Exactly 1865. 1865, if you remember, if we are going to cancel the shadows, 65 was that zone, right? Ahead of the failure. So I think that that's where we are trying to go. That's what market is trying to reach right now. That's how I see the things on the early. So I'm looking to fade that rally. When it comes to the buying opportunity, I think that the consolidation we've seen during the Tokyo session, right, with the weekly open level here, that's some kind of the demand below 118. I would say 117.90, 117.80, but I would be very careful. Of course, we might to trade out this over under. All right, that could be the case, but I would be careful, because if we are going to treat this as the failure based on the daily chart and failure at the top of the consolidation, the lower levels are still possible. We will see. Looking to fade the rally towards 1870 when it comes to the euro dollar, and looking to buy eventually. Depends on the price action we are going to get below 118 towards 1790, 1780. Next one is a cable. Well, congratulations. It wasn't big. That's the first thing first. It wasn't big. The second thing, it was the late Friday. But anyway, congratulations if you were trading the stop hunt I described. Probably I'm going to record a separate case study for that. And stop hunt and then a little bit higher levels. Well, I wouldn't hold that over the weekend, but if any of you, then we are right here, right now. Well, I think that what we do here is it was the move, correction, looks where we stop for now. Is it going to be something bigger? Well, when it comes to the pound, unusual narrow range for now. 29.80, 130 to the downside, 32.20 to the upside, which been broken but failed again, same as a euro dollar. So let's switch for a second to the daily chart, and that's gonna be better visible. From last Tuesday we are bouncing. The bulls are very active at the bottom, right? The bears are very active at the top. The thing is that a little bit of the advantage here is on the buyer's side. As long as we are above 130, we are trying to hold this huge weakness we've seen when it comes to the pound. If we are going to manage to close daily close below 129.80, double day close, 2 consecutive daily close below 29.80, that's gonna be huge development when it comes to the sellers. Anyway, let's switch to the Nasdaq. Let's have a look where we are when it comes to the first 5-minute trading range. Of course, new high, of course. For now, looking for buying opportunity, right? That's the cash open, and for now that's the lowest level when it comes to the cash market, right? Of course, we can call it as an Apple rally. I don't know why the index called Nasdaq. It should be called Apple, or at least Funk, and that would be okay still, right? That's the sorry guys. Oh, come on, what is going on? That's the high. If you remember, it was very tiny range on Friday, so nothing from the intraday perspective. We'll see how it's going to develop. Oh, come on, 16. for now. So looks like nothing extraordinary. Okay, monitoring this one. Let's briefly discuss Australian dollar. If you remember the conservative entry, break, retest, that's why I told you I wouldn't be in a rush to try to sell Australian dollar based on this channel. We hit Thursday, we hit Friday, we hit today. We're trying to hold some certain levels with the lower shadow creation, and we are talking about the levels close to 71.40. So maybe another rally similar to what we've seen on Friday, and another attempt to break lower. How does it look like when it comes to the intraday chart? Monster sell-off. We're trying to create, maybe that's gonna be some kind of the consolidation going on here, right? So what I would like to see, attempt to break higher, maybe this base retest. We are talking about the levels close to 72.30, 72.40, failure, and another move or attempt to move lower. That's how I see the things when it comes to the Australian dollar. Let's get back to the Nasdaq. Okay, so we made a lower low, so the US cash open is not the lowest point right now. We already made a little bit of the lower low, but guys, we are talking here about 20 points Nasdaq right now, so nothing for me based on that particular strategy. 5 minute first 5 minute trading range when it comes to the US cash open. So I'm going to monitor the most liquid when it comes to the FX. I'm going to monitor euro dollar. We have trading plan when it comes to the euro dollar. I'm going to monitor the cable. We have a trading plan when it comes to the cable, right? I'm looking, maybe we are going to see somewhere close to option expiration on or London fix the levels close to 31.55 on the cable, right? Watching Australian dollar on the radar right now. So practically that's it. I'm going to get back closer to the US cash close with another update if necessary. Guys, it was my pleasure to be with you. Don't be trapped, and see you around. Take care. Bye.